Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to some Friday afternoon streaming from the HERMITCRAFT server. How's everybody doing? Just lost track of time there. Sorry about that. Just been getting myself ready for some adventuring, everybody. We are off to find some diamonds today because, well, the shopping district's starting to take shape. Have you noticed? There's so many shops happening, and I have no diamonds to spend on these shops. And, well, I just finished getting out an episode, or today's episode, about a couple hours ago. I've been in the Nether for the entire week placing buttons, and I would like to spend this afternoon doing something fun, which is caving for diamonds with you guys. So welcome. That's what we're doing. Look at this. There's shopping districts all over the place. B-Dubs and Cleo having a meeting in the Kitter's room over there. Look at this. There's so many things. So many places to come and spend diamonds. I have no diamonds. I have like 8 diamonds or something. And, yeah, I want to come and start shopping and getting the economy working. So that's the plan for today, everybody. We are going to find some diamonds in some caves. It is Friday cave party time. You know it. Big thank you to everybody that is slowly but surely trickling into the stream. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Ace. Welcome back for the 61-month OG Tier 2 resubification to the face. Thank you, Ace. Hey, good looking. Hope you are well another month with my favorite dog. Thank you, Ace. Always a joy to have you in the stream. Thank you very much for that Tier 2 support. We've also got Brian of the Fast here with the biddies. Look, everyone, it's the star of this week's Imp and Skiz podcast. Haven't finished it yet, but awesome job, dude. Really enjoying it. Thank you, Brian. Nino the Kitter's here with a 9-month Twitch baby. Whole 9 months and so close to a year. Was so happy to watch the podcast just now. Can't wait for the second. Oh, yes, there's 2 of them, aren't there? Oh, my goodness. Hey, Proud Looney, thank you for the 13 months. I love the podcast so much today. Happy to see it. Can't wait for the next one. And Banksy is here with a brand new Prime sub. Thank you so much, everybody. My goodness. Also, Blue Fox Gaming hitting me up with a very generous tip. Thank you, Blue Fox. I know the stream just started, but I have to say I've started learning Afrikaans purely because of you. And because it's genuinely interesting. That's amazing, Blue Fox Gaming. Dis lekker, né? Om 'n bietjie Afrikaans te praat. Ja, nee. It is a fantastic language, as it is one of the youngest languages in the world. So, very interesting language to study linguistically. I am excited to hear about your progress, Blue Fox, and perhaps one day we can have a chat in Afrikaans. Wouldn't that be great? Darwin, thank you for the biddies, and thank you to everybody who is mentioning the Imp and Skiz podcast. Of course, a few streams ago, I did let you know that I was in something that I couldn't talk about. Remember this? Well, that was that glorious podcast that I was invited to. It was an absolute honor to be in what is at this point a legendary podcast, right? I mean, geez, in my opinion, getting onto Imp and Skiz is, it feels a bit like getting onto Rogan. It's serious business over there, man. It's crazy. And I haven't watched it. I don't think I ever will watch it because watching myself on camera for an hour, I'm not sure I could actually do this. It's just too embarrassing. But yes, we ended up talking for ages, and there are actually 2 parts to the podcast, I think. Yes, I think we broke it up into 2 bits. So I think there's another episode coming also. So yes, if you enjoyed the first hour of me just literally rambling, there's another one coming. Another hour on the way at some point. But yes, a huge thank you to Imp and Skiz for having me on their amazing podcast. It was super awesome. And yeah, Gingerbread is here also doing some diamond mining. And Janinius, 53-month OGs. Very nice. Welcome, everybody. Anyway, yes, no, it was quite something. I went back and forth about whether I should use the webcam or not. But, I figured that what's great about the Imp and Skiz podcast is that it's real. And that, when you're on there, you're kind of bearing your soul a bit. And it's a very real experience, both for Imp and Skiz and the guests and the audience. And I didn't want to, I wanted to keep it in line with the philosophy of the podcast, I suppose. Real people talking about real stuff. And And it was great. I had an awesome time. It was sweet. Anyway, dudes, let's go do some caving. I thought like a smart place to do this would be over at the Wither Skeleton Farm. I can also show you what's been going on out there because I have been doing a little bit more buttoning. And that farm is really starting to kick in. If you guys haven't watched today's episode yet, I would highly recommend checking it out at some point. There might be some exclusive previews for you today. But I think what we'll do is head over there. We'll make a portal at the Wither Skeleton Farm. And then we'll go into the overworld and find some caves from there, right? I think this sounds like a good plan. By the way, have we got everything we need? I've got like an insane amount of torches in this shulker box. I'm going to bring gigaboxes with so that we can store all the loot that we gather today. We've got Fortune 3, we've got Silk Touch, we've got a shovel, we've got a sword, we've got a bow, Power 5, and Infinity, we got Bucket and Ladder. Oh, armor. Yeah. We probably need some armor, hey. That's... yeah, we should probably take some armor. Okay, now I've got my golden armor in the chest. Okay, that's good. Although, I think our hat's going to have to come off for this one then, hey? There we go. We'll rock our diamond gear. Sweet! Alright, that's all we need. Do we need, like, do we need some potions? Do we want to take potions? I wonder. I mean, I was thinking maybe we take night vision potions, but then we don't, I don't know, like using night vision for caving, I personally don't enjoy doing it. It makes it a little less scary, and I kind of enjoy it being scary, you know? I don't think we need noob juice, right? I think we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Reptil, 45-month OG resub. Time for Ren Dog podcast while at work. Happy caving, Ren. Thanks, Reptil, my friend, and hope work doesn't go too slow for you. And you can get out reasonably soon. Questionable also here with some Bitterinos. I was watching the podcast, but then I saw you went live, so I'm here. Thank you, Questionable. Yes, please do go back and watch the podcast after this, everybody. Imp and Skiz work so very hard on that podcast, and please do go over there and give it a view, leave a like, a comment, and all of that sweet jazz, just to show our appreciation to Imp and Skiz for what they do for us. You know, the podcast is just such a fantastic thing for HERMITCRAFT in general, and it was a real joy being on it. It was awesome. Jesse, thank you for the 55-month, another OG in the house. I hope you're well. I'm doing very well, thank you. And a brand new subscriber here with us too, Lilith Lazuli here with a tier 1 joining us for the first time. Thank you very much, Lilith, and welcome. Welcome. Thank you, Lily Bella. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. Cowboy Boombox says, Ren, love your streams. Always curious about your name. I used to watch a cartoon called Ren and Stimpy. Ren was a chihuahua. Always wondered if there's a reference to that. No, I think that's just a happy coincidence, but I've had the nickname... My nickname from school was Ren, and then when I wanted to make... Like, later on when I became a gamer, I wanted to make my name a little bit more like, I don't know, a little bit more gangster, you know? I wanted people to fear me while I was playing Dota and StarCraft. So I just added dog to the end of Ren. You know, Ren dog. Ironically, I think it's did the opposite, but yes. Anyway, welcome to the Wither Skelly Farm, guys, or the Giga Fortress, as I'm coming to call it. And we have been working on this together. This is not just an achievement that I've done. All of you guys who have been watching... How many hours of buttoning have we done together, guys? I think 10. I think we've done a total of 10 hours buttoning together, which is something. And a big thank you for all of you who have sat through this incredible grind. But look at this. Look at this. The farm is just constantly stacked. It's not quite as insane as it could be. And it's not quite as insane as it will be. But you can see already 31 skulls here, 25, 26. So basically a stack already. And I only farmed this morning for maybe half an hour. But we're at the point now where the Wither Skeletons pretty much consistently rain down. As you can see, it's not quite as fast as I would like. We're going to add another 3 platforms to the spawning area, but we're going to do that exclusively on stream. We're not going to do it today, though, because I've been doing this for too long this week. I want to do something a little bit different today. But yes, an absolute insane amount of buttons, almost 60,000. And it'll probably be closer to 61,000 when we're finished. That is a ghast. That is a ghast. Wait a minute. Where did that ghast come from? Do not spit, Mr. Ghast. Please do not spit. Don't break my beautiful buttons. Where did this thing spawn? Alright, we got him. Yes. Yes, indeed. It's not quite perfect yet. There is still some spawn spots here and there, clearly. So, still a bit of work to do. But yes, we're going to add a platform above and a platform below. And that should close to triple the spawn rates. And that will give us our final form of this farm. Which will basically be close to the Enderman farm, Iskal and Etho tell me. If we can get every spawn spot buttoned up, we can get this close to the Enderman farm. How insane is that? That'll be absolutely nuts, right? Proud Looney, thank you for the 1,000 biddies. And thank you to Keyboard Spieler and also for the biddies too. Ren, I think your game sounds aren't on. Wait, are you guys not here? Are we having these problems again? 1 second. Oh joy, are we having audio issues once again? Oh, you love to see it, don't you? Hold on 1 second, friends. Oh, how about now? Wait, what? No, it's not working, is it? You have game... It doesn't look to me like you have game sounds, though. What the heck is happening here? Alright. We got game sounds. Alright. Nice. Another great professional start to a stream. No game sounds for 20 minutes. Excellent. Alright, we fixed it. We fixed it. Dang it, people. Why is it that... every day Windows changes my sound settings? Why? I can't handle it anymore, guys. I'm losing my marbles with the sound business. I'm losing my marbles with the sound issues that we experience on this stream. It's no longer a meme. It's just painful now. It's like legitimately just painful. Anyway, let's make a nether portal, shall we? Oh my goodness, I tell you what, man. I tell you what, ever since I updated to Windows 11, you know, Windows 11 never gave me any, Windows 10 never gave me any problems whatsoever. It's, upgrading to Windows 11 has just been an absolute nightmare for me. I just wish I could just go back. Just go back to Windows 10, please. Alright, I reckon we stick our nether portal right here. Like, whatever, right? We'll see where this brings us. This way we can also get a passage up to the overworld too, which is pretty cool. And always curious to see what's up there, right? You never know. Well, we will need to button up here, though. Whenever we make new spawn spots, we must always remember to button up like a so. Can light this bad boy. See what's on the other side of this thing. Hey, DD81! Thank you for the 10 months! Thank you, thank you. Ren, give it corners. Okay. Alright, this is for all of you, you corner fiends in chat, alright? I understand the pain. I've been placing buttons for a week, okay? I understand the pain. I'm at that point now where I will button up every single spawn spot. I don't care how long it takes. I've reached that moment with this project. By the end of the season, every single freaking thing will be buttoned. For science, right? It's for science. There we go. All right. Happy, corner fiends? Are you happy? Etho would be happy. He would indeed. Yes, we did that for Etho, didn't we? Okay, sweet. Let's get out there, friends. Let's see what the great wide world has to offer us. Although we should probably bring this with us again. And I'm going to put... Let's put these gigaboxes in the ender chest. And we can access that when we need it, right? Yeah, we can access all of this when we need it. We need to go find a cave. And what we could do, though, is just start with a bunch of torches. That's a good idea. I've made like an absolute ton of torches over here. We're just going to go find a cave, get down to Deep Slate, and try get a bunch of diamonds today. That is the plan. Nice and simple Minecrafting, nothing too fancy. Let's put our chest plate with us too. Oh, we should probably take the bed so that we can respawn near the cave that we go into. Catherine, thank you for the biddies. Corners, says Catherine. Corners indeed. All right, here we are. Brand new fresh lands. Very nice. Whew. I tell you what, guys, it feels so good to be out of the nether. I was tallying up the hours that the Wither Skeleton farm has been taking us. We're approaching 50 hours on that project. So 50 hours in the sulfurous red hue of the nether. And I tell you what, I've been dreaming about buttons and placing buttons. And I can even smell the nether now, you know. I've had enough. We need to spend a little bit of time out in the world, I think, where it's nice. Oh, we should probably take some coords here, right? Here we go. Let's just take a screenshot of that. Caves. I mean, we just want to find like a deep ravine or something. This is not a very interesting biome out here, is it? Not really. It's like a very plain... Ooh. An allium thing? What kind of biome is this? Wait a minute. What is this? This is a meadow. How hard did we try and find a meadow in hardcore, guys, and we couldn't find a meadow? I mean, now I know what it looks like. Alliums. Oh, this is so annoying. This is so annoying. Oh! This is actually kind of sweet. For the next rendition of our Wither Farm, we are going to need... wait, where is my other shovel? There it is. We're going to need the snow type. What's it called? Soft snow, whatever it is? Powdered snow? We need powdered snow for the next version of the farm. I don't think you can silk touch this, right? You have to pick it up in buckets. Is that right? I think we have to pick up powdered snow in a bucket, right? Okay, that doesn't matter. I don't need it now. What am I doing? We don't need it now. It's fine. We don't need it now. This is great to know, though, that there is a meadow right here for the player jukebox in a meadow advancement. And when we build the next part of the Wither Skeleton platforms, I can come get some snow from here. So that's great. Let's check out the village. Always got to pop into the village to see what's going on, you know? You never know. Hello, Mr. Villagers. What's happening? Don't worry, I'm not here to pillage. Well, that's not entirely true. I will pillage any trims that you might have. I don't know if trims are in villages these days. Nothing in there. Might just take an extra bed, just in case I forget this bed somewhere, which often happens. Anything interesting? We don't want the brewing stand at the moment. That's fine. We got all of that. Anything in this? New. I mean, a pretty unexciting village. I feel like we're in a different version of Minecraft right now. Right? Doesn't this feel like an older version of the game? It's just such an unexciting part of the world. Crazy. Very strange. Yep, there is an advancement. To play a record in a jukebox in a meadow is, in fact, an advancement. Weird, right? All right, this village is very uninteresting. There are some interesting things going on here, though. Look at this. Okay, this might be what we're looking for. The overland might be incredibly uninteresting, but I have a feeling this might lead us deep down into some interestingness somewhere. There's Deep Slate. We don't want any iron. We want everything other than iron today. Also, I need a bunch of lapis, by the way. So basically... Oh, and we also need gravel. Okay? All right. So here's the thing. The next episode, I'm making our shop, right? to sell the beacons, I need a bunch of concrete for the shop. So, I think we'll swap shovels too then, right? If we're going to be shoveling gravel today, let's swap to the Silk Touch shovel. Also, this is kind of weird biome. It's covered in water everywhere. There is a mine shaft here. Ooh, trims? Trims? Distractions are plenty already. This gets us straight down into Deep Slate though, right? I think we just go for the diamonds. Yep. Yep. This looks like some tasty Deep Slate cave actions down here. Oh, boom. Right off the bat. Absolutely beautiful. I tell you what, we're going to Silk Touch all the diamond ores today. And then we can chop them all together at the end. See how many diamonds we get. But those, that's some tasty diamonds right here. By the way, apparently the rates that diamonds spawn now has been dramatically increased in this version of Minecraft, and basically they've increased surface diamonds, right? So that lots of surface diamonds now are visible, which to be honest I think is great. I personally love caving in the Deep Slate. I think it's really cool, especially when you find those like really massive Deep Slate caves. It's so just satisfying and awesome to run through them. But when there's nothing in them, you know, when there's no diamonds to be found in them. Was there only 3 Deep Slate diamond ore? Where? Wait, what? Did I burn one? But yeah, you know, when you don't find anything, it's, I don't know. It's a bit of a field badge, you know? So I really like the fact that we now have increased surface diamonds. Or at least that's what I think. Or that's what I've heard anyway. Okay, this is probably bad, right? Yeah. I don't think we are ready to go into there. New. So we have an ancient city over there, which is no good. We're going to have to find another section of this, I think. So back this way we shall go. Let's see if we can find another wing of this deep slate section. Oh, more diamonds over there. And this looks to be another section of the city. I don't mind trying to yoink the chest if it's close, but we maybe should have brought some wool, hey? Didn't think about that. Right. Some more diamonds to yoink. But yes, it's much easier to get diamonds now in the game. Which is why I think for our beacon shop, I'm going to charge 3 diamond blocks a beacon. I think this is like a reasonable price. I feel like the amount of diamonds you can collect in the game has maybe tripled. So, you know, tripling the price of everything in the shopping district, I think is reasonable. This is just like a little infection over here, which is fine. Would be nice if they tripled the other stuff too. Like, you know what we also need? I need a bunch of redstone. Oh, lapis. I need lapis and redstone quite badly. But I don't think lapis is down here with the diamonds anymore, right? I think that's changed. Ooh. Zombies? Where? Hey, Wisteria, thank you for the 17 months in a row. And Realgar. Hello, my dear friend. How are you doing? Thank you very much for the 56 months, my friend. And welcome back, welcome back. Disco Quilt. Wow, another incredibly generous tip. That's 3 in a row now, or 4 in a row, Disco. I've just lost count. Thank you so much for your generosity, Disco. I really appreciate it. I'm excited for you to go visit your family in a few weeks. As I lost my dad nearly 20 years ago next month, I have been advocating about telling all people they are loved and matter every day since then. So this is me helping to pass along the gift. Thank you very much, Disco Quilt. And I shall certainly take that tip and treat my dad to a lovely steak lunch. There's a restaurant near his house that he loves. I shall take him there on your behalf, and we shall thank you both with a lovely lunch. Thank you, Disco. Appreciate it. Ace is coming in here also with 5 gifted subs while we're deep in the caves as the diamonds present themselves left, right, and center. Thank you very much, Ace, for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you do get a gifted sub, guys, please, a big thank you in chat would be appreciated. Help me to pass on the thanks to all the amazing peeps. All right, we're definitely starting to find some things and stuff now. This is a fairly lucrative little section of Deep Slate. Let's get stuck in. Redstone, lapis, gold. This, gold? Diamonds. We don't care about gold. We'll take copper too, I guess. Oh, and gravel also. We used to get gravel from, like, the gravel biomes, but I think that getting gravel from the Deep Slate layer is relatively lucrative, because, as you can see, gravel spawns in these massive patches like this. And one of these patches is a good couple stacks of gravel, you know, easily. I discovered this last season when I was trying to strip mine Deep Slate to find diamonds, and I just kept stripping into these massive patches of gravel. And ever since, whenever I need gravel, I just go to Deep Slate. And you can find gravel pretty quickly down here. Hey, Cherry Pie 84, thank you so much for the 1,000 biddies. That is so kind of you. Hi, Ren. Just wanted to watch the Imp and Skiz podcast, and I couldn't listen to you, and I could listen to you talk forever. I can't wait for part 2. Wow, thank you very much, Cherry. That is very kind of you. Thank you. Mermicorn Queen here with the 2 months. Just got home from work. Time to put up the feets and chill. That sounds like a great, great plan. I just finished editing my episode. Got my episode out on YouTube. And all of the incredible grind that we did on the Wither Skeleton farm this week has lifted from my shoulders. As the farm is now working, I've got over a stack of Wither Skeleton skulls already, which means we can have enough stock for our shop. And I can relax a little bit and do something that I love doing, which is caving with my stream, with you fine folks. So here we are, doing something that we love. Nice. Right, where do we go from here? I think we'll go down this massive cavern and just keep looking around here for the goods. Redstone, lapis, diamonds. That's what we're after. Ren, have you gotten a lucky rabbit's foot yet? That is, no, I've not. That's a good point. That's probably why I'm having such bad luck finding things. I need to get one of those too. Granny Green Dog is here too. Thank you for my gifted sub, says Granny Green Dog. Thank you for saying thank you, Granny Green Dog. I appreciate it. Thanks for helping me pass on the gratitude. Stupid Zombert. Okay, well, that is pretty much this section of the cave done, I think. I think we might need to... Is that Deep Slate coal ore right there? That's kind of tasty, right? It's quite a rare block. I think... Is it a rare block? I've heard that it's not that rare anymore, but it used to be considered a very rare block. I don't know if it still is. Either way, I'm a yoink it. Because it's pretty. And you don't see it very often. Oh, there's another one here. Nice. Well, we'll yoink those. Don't know if they're rare or not, but... It's fairly rare. Yeah, I mean, personally, I've seen quite a lot of it. In fact, I think I might have even broken one of those in the first episode when I was caving with Mumbo and Stress and Escal. I remember editing the footage and being like, whoa, I just broke a pretty rare block there. Right, more lapis. Ow! Wait a minute. Is that a drowned? Is that a drowned? Wow, that was an ambush. Did you guys hear a drowned? Or is this my imagination? I just want my lapis, please. Leave me alone, mobs. Goodness gracious. That is a drowned. Interesting. It's also a creeper. Alright. This is quite a horrible section of this cave. I'm skedoodling. Channeling some tango energy and getting the freak out of here. Right, let's take a look in here. We always want to be below -20 or so, I think, to try and find diamonds. I want to find like a nice, massive deep slate cave somewhere. That's my goal. To the safety of the skulk we go. Exactly. Ooh, here's some more gravel too. If we can get like a shulker box of gravel, I will be very pleased. I guess we should probably start dealing with the inventory too. So this shulker box will be... That's the torch shulker box. Let's make a shulker box for gravel. And I guess until we get like actual stacks of the ore, we'll just keep the ore in the inventory. And then we'll have a shulker box for like other blocks, I guess. Like this one can be for other blocks. I wouldn't mind, you know, collecting up some materials and some loots while we do this. Because I mean, I was checking through our storage the other day. Our storage is actually quite dismal at the moment. There is not much to talk of. We need to start stocking up, you know? Let's start hoovering up these caves, everybody. Try and find ourselves some other deep slate things too. I mean, maybe what we could do here is just go down a little bit and just dig in a direction until we bust into a new deep slate section, you know? This is -28. Let's try and get a little bit lower if we can. -28. This is -26. Okay, tell you what. We shall staircase down a little bit to say, I don't know, -30? Diamonds are a little bit deeper. I think the closer to -50 we get, the more the diamonds will start to show. Would like to suck up some deep slate, though, but not this. I want cobble deep slate. So let's switch to the Fortune 3 pickaxe instead. We'll go down to level 50 and then just dig straight, see if we can bust into some new cave networks. JT is here. Hello, my dear friend. There hasn't been a single button placed. I know, amazing, right? We're actually doing something different today. Insane. Yeah. Like, 60,000 buttons in a week is a lot. It's a lot for any human being, you know? I've had enough of buttons for one day. Also, the farm is now producing enough wither skeletons that I reckon if I just farmed it for 2 hours, I could probably get 5 or 6 stacks of skulls quite easily. I think it'll do like 2 stacks an hour, like pretty easily, even though it's not optimized yet. So we don't really need to like rush it at the moment. We don't need to do any more work on it until we really want to increase the beacon supply on the server. We also got to be careful, right? Like if I suddenly put like 100 beacons on sale, and hermits just buy all the beacons that they'll ever want for the season, then my shop just dies, right? So I've got to limit the supply a little bit. We've got to do a little bit of artificial limitation on the supply of beacons. I think what I'll do is maybe offer a shulker box of beacons a week, right? So we'll put 27 beacons. Oh, that's a lot, though, hey? Well, that's 1 beacon a hermit, though, right? 27 beacons a week. It's 1 beacon a hermit. Yeah, so we do 27 beacons a week. And we'll sort of control the supply this way. Right, there is still Ancient City here. Quite a lot of it, too. How do you break these things?
What is happening? I was promised buttoning? XD.
Hey, Zero, my dear friend. Thank you so very much for the 5,000 biddies. What is happening? I was promised buttoning. Wait, is the title of this stream buttoning? Did I forget to change the title? Oh, we need a hoe to do these things, don't we? Did I forget to change the title? No, Zero, no buttons today. No buttons this fine day. We are we're taking a break from the buttoning. Okay, this is not terrifying at all. Okay, that looks like it goes down to the city. This is what we're after, though. The good stuff. The redstones, the lapises, and of course, the diamonds. Ancient city business. Not today. I am chilling today. I am chilling today. Ancient city is way too stressful for a day of chilling, you know? Also trying to suck up a bunch of gravel too, so... But you see what I mean, guys? I was talking about earlier, like how easy it is to get gravel in Deep Slate. Like, look at this. There's so much gravel down here. And they spawn in these very nice clumps that are very satisfying to suck up. So yes, Blossom Worm also here with 1,000 biddies. Just spent my walk to work listening to the first bit of you on Imp and Skiz podcast. Absolutely love it, and looking forward to finishing it today on my way home. Have a great stream. Thank you very much, Blossom Worm. Go back. Oh, there were diamonds? Did I miss diamonds? Dang it. Yeah, guys, please do shout at me if I miss diamonds. My eyes are not as good as they used to be, okay? When you say go back, what do you mean? You guys see diamonds way better than I do. Is there diamonds, like, in the skulk? Ooh, there's a juicy patch of gravel that we need to get to, too. How far back are we going here? Queen Rube says, popping in now. Thanks for streaming, Ren. May you find hundreds and hundreds of diamonds. Under the skulk where we first entered. Okay, so, like, over here. Oh! Wow, you guys, how? What? That is completely insane. I have no idea how you guys saw that. That just looked like sculpt to me. Yikes. We don't really want to be down here, though, hey? Let's get out of here. Good spot, everybody. Good spot. Shall we just take a quick peek? What's happening down here? Oh, look at this. So exciting. So many diamonds. Wow. You get so many diamonds in Minecraft now, guys. Isn't this... This is crazy. As an old school Minecrafter, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this. I mean, I'm happy, of course. I'm always happy to see diamonds. But do you know how hard we had... When Minecraft first came out, do you know how hard we had to work for diamonds? It was... I mean, we didn't have mending tools. You know, we didn't, like... We had to, like... Getting diamonds was an insane grind. These days, it's just getting easier and easier, hey? Crazy. JT, we can make the jukeboxes now. That is true. We can finally get our hardcore achievement of playing a record in the freaking meadow. Nice. Right, time to do some dumpage. Gravel first. We're also just kind of stocking up on loot here also. Accumulating some building blocks, which we don't have. I have very few building blocks at the moment. Having spent so much time in the nether this week, I haven't really had a chance to do any, you know, looting, so to speak. Right, this is what we're after. We're after all of these ores. We're going to be silk touching them so that we can crack them at the end together and get that satisfying feeling. Let's get rid of this. Guess we don't... I want to hang on to the bow, though. The bow is important. Scoop this thing up. Nice. Tearing up skulk is a fun and quick way to expose diamonds. Oh, you reckon there might be diamonds in the skulk? All right. I'm down. I'm down to give it a try. How do we tear it up? With the hoe? Oh, and you get XP for this too. Wow, it makes such a crazy noise, like when it dies. This is so much XP! Holy bajingo! Wow. Okay, well, I've never done this before. This is very fun. And you were right. Diamonds. There's something extremely satisfying about this. I don't know what it is, but it's raining XP, right? Like, you just mend tools this. You can mend your tools this way. This is so cool. I think it's that satisfying squelch that it makes when you break the block, you know? It's like... Kind of reminds me a little bit of Creep from StarCraft. Meaning that it's kind of one organism. It's kind of like skin, right? It's all one organism. There's another Diamond. Many Diamondes, in fact. Wow. This is completely insane. Caving in 2024, hey? Who would have thought? I like this, though. This is great. There's a mini game in this, you know? Because this is just... this is so satisfying. Tearing through the skulk like this. There must be a mini game in this. What a great way to repair your tools, too. This just keeps you mining. Keeps you caving for so much longer. Also kind of makes the skulk less scary. After you know, hoover it up like that. That was fun. Skulker's evil moss. Yeah, exactly. Hey, superiorly savage. That is a savage name to say. Thank you for the 3 months in a row, which is also means 3 months sober. Very awesome. Congratulations, Savage. Big claps all around. Amazing. Nicely done. Let's keep it up. Hey, Jezka, coming in as always with an incredibly generous tip. Thank you so very much, Jezka, for all the love. Home office and watching your stream with the hearty face. Thank you so much. Love your content and your good mood. Always makes me smile. Much loves and hugs with a triple hearty face. Thank you, Jezka. Thank you. Hey, Haley Bailey. Lovely to see you in the stream. How you doing? Right, all of this has been cleansed. Let's continue. Ooh, there's another gravel patch up here, right? We need all the gravel. Beacon shop is going to be made primarily out of concrete. It's going to be a pretty big build. I think I need 1,000 white concrete, 1,000 gray concrete, and like 500 orange concrete or something. So, you know, a shulker box of each. And gravel is 1/2 of concrete, so the more of this we can collect, the better. Pretty sure we're close to a shulker box of gravel now too. But yeah, Deep Slate is just so great for gravel, and apparently so great for XP now too. Amazing. And diamonds. Jeez. Hey, James Drew. Now there's a name that I'm never unhappy to see with the resubification. 91-month OG resub, guys. 91 months. I mean, that's like longer than some of you have been alive. Big claps for sobriety. Big claps indeed. Thank you very much, James Drew, my friend. Welcome back, as always. Right, where else can we go? Is this cave now done? Has this all been explored? I think so. I thought there was like another little section here. Yeesh. This is minus 54. This is maybe a little bit too deep. I want to bust into a really big Deep Slate cave network. I think this is too deep for that. I think we need to be closer to level 50 when we do an exploratory excavation. So maybe somewhere like this. This is minus 46. Yeah, let's do minus 46. We'll just dig in this direction until we hit another cave or something interesting. So yeah, guys, being on the Imp and Skids podcast was a really, really great time. And for those of you guys who have watched it, thank you very much for heading over there and supporting the two lovely gentlemen. It was very gracious of them to invite me, and I felt very honored to be asked to be on the show. So it was really, really cool. I was very nervous, you know, because it was almost, you know, it's almost like a stream where there's no editing involved, you know. You know, we didn't plan what we were going to talk about. The podcast is a very organic experience. You know, I just joined the two boys in Discord, like on video, on the day that we recorded, and we were just chilling, just hanging out for a little bit, and then we started the podcast, and that was it. They didn't send me any pre-planned questions, no nothing. You know, and it was a very, very interesting experience, and at first I was very nervous about the webcam thing, because I don't particularly like being on camera. I'm a pretty shy, introverted person, you know, so I don't particularly like being on camera, but I felt like because of the nature of the Imp and Skiz podcast, because it is a very human podcast with no, you know, it's a podcast about showing the humans behind the content that you guys enjoy watching. I kind of wanted to honor that, and I thought, well, whatever, you know. Went and got a haircut, you know, sorted out my face, had a shave, and got myself looking, reasonably presentable for a YouTuber. But I wasn't, you know, that's like once you get going, you know. I mean, I probably won't ever watch it because, you know, it's really difficult to watch yourself on camera, right? There's something really weird about watching your own facial expressions and like how your eyes move and how your lips move and all these sort of things. The things that you never, you know, when you talk to somebody, your face moves in a certain way. And so people get used to seeing how your face moves and stuff, but like you never see your own face, right? When you're talking. Do you know what I mean? You don't actually know what you look like when you're talking, you know? So to see yourself like talking, I think, well, for me anyway, is like quite a weird experience. So I don't think I'll ever watch the podcast, but I might listen to it. To be honest, the time went so fast. Like when we first started, the plan was to just do an hour, and then the first hour just went so fast, it just disappeared. And then Imp and Skiz were like, okay, let's do another hour. And I was like, cool, yeah, let's go. But the time just went so quick. It just disappeared. And to be honest, the thing that I'm like mildly concerned about is that I have no idea what I said. It all went by in such a blur. I was so nervous, you know, and it was such a great thing that was happening that I was like kind of like a little kid, freaking out a little bit. And I think with all the adrenaline and all the nerves, I cannot remember like anything. I can't really remember what we spoke about, and I do hope that that I did not you know say anything that might get me into trouble or something. Although I think you know, Imp and Skiz are really great about. I think there was one topic that we were talking about that I think that they felt I was a little bit uncomfortable about while we were talking about it, and then afterwards, you know, Skiz said, "Hey, well, how do you feel about this bit of the podcast?" And I was like, yeah, maybe we leave that bit out. And yeah, you know, they're really good at that. They're very, very sensitive to making sure that you as the guest are perfectly happy with what was recorded and what gets put out, you know? Oh, those two boys are awesome, man. They're so sweet. So yeah, no, it was great. It was great. Right, we need some more redstone. Yeah, but I mean, the 2 hours just went so fast. And probably the thing I enjoyed most about the podcast was spending some like real time with Impulse and Skiz, you know? Even though like it was for the podcast and stuff, we were spending... That's not a good sound, right? Oh, God. That's not a good sound at all. Are we dead? Are we dead? Am I dead? I need to get away from this area, right? Okay. Maybe we should get away from the ancient city business. This is probably not the safest thing to be doing. We need to dig away from this. I think. I mean, things started to blacken out there, right? Did you see that? Things started to, like, go black and, it started to feel a little bit on the scary side. Okay. Anyway, yes, so, yeah, what was great was, like, even though we weren't in the same country or in the same, you know, room together, that recording was the first time that Imp, Skiz, and I had interacted in a, just as like, I don't know how to explain this, just as like three guys like hanging out in real life, you know, like meeting in a bar or something like this. Even though, you know, we were just seeing each other through the cameras or whatever, like it was as close to us like meeting up in real life as we could get. And that's super cool, you know, considering that I've worked with Impulse for a really long time. I've known Skiz for a really long time too. It was really nice to spend some like reality time with them and get to know them in this way too. So that was probably my favorite part of it. And yeah, they are as amazing as you would expect. They're such absolute legends, you know. Legendary human beings, for sure. Right, this heads back to the stupid ancient... Oh, here we go. Now we're busting into some big stuff. This is what I'm looking for. Ooh. Okay, this is an infected cave. Which I don't think we want any part of. Let's head in this direction. That's some noises going off in the ears. That is the amazing, incredible Ossazor with 20 gifted subs off the back of a 4-month resub by Daphnis. Thank you so very much, guys, and a big thank you to you, Ossazor, for the incredible support that you continue to rain down upon me after all of these years. Thank you very much, Ossazor, and a big thank you to Ossazor and all the patrons who have been looking after me all this time. Thank you so much, guys, for helping me and enabling me to do all of this art that I like to do and to try my best to keep you entertained year in and year out. Without your help, I wouldn't be able to do it. So thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Ossazor. That is very, very generous of you. Right, we're starting to collect some copper now. These are the ores that we're trying to get our hands on. Could probably move some things out of the inventory too. Move it into the ender chest. We're definitely doing some quite organized caving here too, right? Now that we have an ender chest, we can be a little bit smarter with how we arrange and store the stuff that we collect. Creeper! Hello, Mr. Green. Friend? Not friend. I hate you. Reptile, thank you so much for the 1,000 biddies. Well, time to actually pay attention at work. Hope you get lots of diamonds. Here's a parting gift. Thank you so much, Reptile. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in for a bit, and we'll see you on the VOD, hey? Reptile also just dropping a casual 10 gifteds on the way out the door. Thank you, Reptile. Wow, that is super kind of you. Thank you. I hope the rest of your work evaporates nice and quick. It's Friday today, right? Yes, yes. Always a great pleasure, right? Like when that last minute of your Friday at work passes by and you know it's time to go home. Be with your family or be by yourself playing Minecraft or doing whatever you love doing in life. Yeah, Fridays are always a lovely time. And I thank you all for choosing to spend your Friday with me. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Reptile. Have a great rest of your day. Cool Dad says it's Saturday here in New Zealand. That it is, mate. It is Saturday in New Zealand. Do you like my accent? It's not bad, eh? Not bad. I mean, South African accent and New Zealand accent are quite close in some respects. I think the New Zealand accent is closer to the South African accent than the Australian accent is to the South African accent. if you know what I mean. And I also think the New Zealand accent is closer to the South African accent than to the Australian accent. Creepers Viper says, I had the day off today, chilling in a Rendog stream. Nice, dude. Welcome. You love to hear it. Right, down we go. We're at level 29 right now. Let's get down to level 45. See if we can bust into another cave system. This is kind of going back toward the ancient city, though. I think we'll go this away. See what we can discover. Don't mind doing some deep slate mining. I want cobble deep slate, though. Oh, this is more ancient city this way. How big is this stupid ancient city? I think we just have to dig straight for a bit. Get away from the ancient city and just suck up some deep slate. Lukey, 30 months in a row. Thank you very, very much, and welcome back. Another big thank you to Jessica and Quill and Blue Fox Gaming for the very generous tips a little bit earlier on. What was that noise? Was that a bad noise? That's a bad noise, right? Let's dig this way, shall we? Oh, we're getting some tuft here. Some tuff, excuse me. I don't have any tuff at the moment. Do you not mind sucking up some resources while we're at it? And there is a little gravel patch here too, so let's hoover this up. Decent way to expose diamonds, also. Bada bing. Right, Silk Touch is always in position 1. And this was a fairly... Oh, look at this. We're right next to the stupid thing again. Oh, this is so frustrating. Which way do we go? Uh-oh. Do we go this way? Like, can I ender pearl that way and go that way? While it's happening. Let's dig in this direction. Got to get away from this stinking ancient city. It's everywhere. It's so massive. It's crazy, right? Tango has joined us. We're chilling on the server, by the way, with Impulse, Joe, B-Dubs, Tango, Beefers, Azuma, Cleo, Corrales, and XB. Full house today. Also, streaming and open. Forgot to set the things. Big thank you to the moderators, of course, as always, for taking care of the chat and taking out the garbage. I'm always quite embarrassed to see how some people behave sometimes, you know. I'm embarrassed for them. But it's usually just kids who don't know what they're doing. So we can't get too upset, you know. Kids got to make mistakes to learn. Thank you, mods. I feel like we are making headway away from the ancient city now. This is good. Let's just leave some junk behind, though. Don't want gold. Exclusive preview for next episode. Hypno and I got together this week. I haven't... Has Hypno put an episode out yet about what Hypno and I did together? Hypno and I did a thing. I don't know if Hypno's put his episode out yet. I hear a Skelebob. There's potential cave systems... soon. Here we go. No skulk this time, though, hey? Nice. This is what we're looking for. Nice, open, deep slate caves. This is what we want. Yes, this is what we want. Skeleton, please. Don't be so cute. Where you at? Oh, I threw my arrow away. Dang it. We should probably do some cleaning here, right? Let's do some cleansing. Right. Non-gravel blocks in here. Gravel in here. I was looking for like a shulker box of gravel, so I think once we have a shulker box of gravel, we're pretty much good on the gravel action. Don't need any more after that. Cleanse that soul, cleanse that inventory, exactly. A soul cleansing irrigation thing. A solonic irrigation. Solonic irrigation. This is what we shall call it. Alright. We've got some arrows now. Where did that scalar butt go? Where you at? Did you want to rumble? Let's go. I see you. Missed me. Missed me. Got him. I love caving so much. It's so fun. Maybe we should be a little bit smarter now, okay? Hold on. I see some of you shouting at me. JT's like, dude, after all these years of caving, have you not learnt? Torches on the left. I'm going to put torches on the left. That way we know we have been down this way, or at least we can follow this to get back to where we've been. Torches on the left because I'm left-handed. Simple as that. Diamonds! Nice. This is going really well. We're doing pretty good. We haven't really felt any real risk yet. Although the ancient city did get a little bit hairy. We got a pretty terrifying noise at some point. Hey, Jim010, brand new Prime sub here on the channel. Thank you so very much, Jim. Welcome, welcome. Where do we come from? Wait, this is not where we came from. Down here, right? Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything important. I left a diamond block, did I? Oh, I think I ran past one, didn't I? Okay, there's nothing here. There's a gravel patch here too. Let's suck that up real quick. What are we going to do about this hotbar situation? I think I'll keep the bow on 2. No, we'll put the tools on 1 and 2, and then the bow on 3, and 4 will be the weapons. That'll work. There we go. I find caving in this game to be very therapeutic and relaxing. Certainly, like, whenever I'm having a bad day, IRL, like, I will just cave for fun, you know? Sometimes I don't know, do you guys do this too? Sometimes I'll just start a new world and just go cave for, you know, like, start the world with nothing. And just play the first, like, 3 or 4 hours of the game. Just go do some caving with iron gear and stuff. And then maybe never play the world again, you know? But just to take your mind off of stuff, you know? You just do a bit of casual caving. It's back again. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, that's... Oh, okay, is that bad? Am I dead? Are we dead? I guess we have to go this way. I think one more time and we're dead, right? Yeah. One more time and we're dead. Okay. Just can't get away from this stupid ancient city. I will hear the heartbeat if the warden pops. Okay. Well, I mean, I think the goal should be to not let the warden pop ever. Kind of hard, though, when this ancient city seems to be all around us in whichever direction we go right now. It's terrible. When you hear the rumbling and the growling, it emerges. Okay. The rumbling and the growling. Sounds horrible. Here is a little passageway we've not yet explored. Oh, there's the lapis we so desire. I need to make like a bunch of light blue concrete, so I need a bunch of lapis too. What's over here? But yes, very glad that some of you got to listen to the podcast already. Really great. I don't know. Do any of you guys have any questions about the podcast? About what you heard on the podcast? I'd be happy to talk through them if I can. Yeah, some more redstone. It's redstone and gravel. Very nice. Jahan Draw says, hello, Rain. What's your favorite moment of the season so far? I think, if you mean personally, probably last night when I placed the 60,000th button and the Wither Skeleton Farm really started to work very well. We're talking like, you know, a never-ending stream of skeletons. This was like a really great moment for me. Just as a Minecrafter, basically. As far as like the season as a whole, I mean, it hasn't really been going that long so far, right? It's hard to choose like a favorite moment because we haven't really been going for too long. It's Naz says, as someone who is currently writing a Velociraptor-focused story, I would have appreciated the novel. Listen, that novel was written for one reason only. And that was an attempt to get a smooch, which fortunately didn't manifest. I hate to see it. Right, let's do some cleansing. We need some more torches, too. Doc's blue screen moment. Yep. Rainman says, I saw a post from a Bristol hospital that got some game carts. Wondering if there might be plans to do something like that charity fundraiser again. Yeah, I think there'll definitely be more charity stuff coming out of HERMITCRAFT for sure. I think if I can find some time this year, I might go and visit the hospital. False and I were talking about it the other day. False and I might get together to go and visit if we can find some time. That could be pretty sweet. Maybe we even find a way to live stream it or something. I think that would be really cool. Problem is, like, the mobile internet in the UK is not great. Certainly not good enough for streaming. Unless you're in London or something like this. That would be pretty cool, though, eh? What are you most excited for the season? Says a shaman. For me personally, I'm very excited about trying to bring the Gigacorp story lore to life. I'm doing it nice and slowly this season so that I don't overwhelm new viewers. I don't want a new viewer to watch a Rendog video for the first time and have no idea what's going on. Because you just lose them then, right? Then they just won't watch your content ever again. Because they think that you do these... Like, it's just like if you start Game of Thrones in Season 7, right? You're just not going to watch. Because there's too much has happened already. So I'm very excited about trying to bring some of my lore to life in really cool ways. Very excited for the shopping district also, to get the economy really up and running. Because once our shopping district is going, we have access to like so many resources for really cool builds, and it really opens up like the next era in the HERMITCRAFT season where we're all just so flush with blocks that anything we can think of, we can build. And that's when really cool stuff starts to happen, So these things I'm very excited about. Kiwi says, your thoughts on the term content creation were really interesting. Loved your fanboying over Etho, B-dubs, and Dark. Would love to hear some of your girl-wooing poems. And did you get into the origin of the name Rain Dog in Part 2? Would love to hear that story a bit. Yes. Like I said, I didn't really remember what we spoke about because it all went by so fast. But yes, now I remember we spoke about those sort of things. Yes, very interesting. I think the concept of in the podcast we speak a little bit about the concept of content, like the words content, And I have a little bit of a dislike for the words content creation, or at least the way that we're starting to use the word content. I think that all of these things, these words, content creator, influencer, etc., these are all like marketing buzzwords that have been created by advertising agencies to sell ads on our videos. You know, they need like fancy words so that they can go to their clients and be like, hey, we've got this content creator for you that's a perfect match for your brand. And I think that has kind of cheapened the meaning behind it a little bit for me personally. And I also think that what we do is much more than just content. To me, content is, I don't know, I think we don't give ourselves enough credit for the art that we create. And I think that content is kind of like implies to me just quantity over quality. And to me, I think that what we do is much more akin to art than it is to content. Content to me feels like advertising, and yeah. Anyway, we talk about all of this in the podcast. So if you haven't watched it yet, I'd recommend going to have a listen. But yeah, I've never really considered myself an influencer. This is my least favorite of all the words, by the way, because this is a word that was 100% created by the advertising industry. And I know this because I was in advertising before I became a full-time YouTuber. And this was the kind of word that we would use when trying to sell a campaign to a new client. You know, an influencer is... I mean, think about what this word implies, right? It implies that this person can somehow influence others. Like actually change the way they think or change their behavior or make them buy something. And yeah, to me, the word influencer is kind of ugly. I really don't like it. It's kind of fallen out of favor, though, and has been replaced with the words content creator. Now, the word creator I like, because I think that's what we are doing. We are creating art. I'm happy with the word creator. It's just the word content that I feel a little bit uncomfortable with, because I feel like this is a word manufactured by the marketing side of the industry. Anyway, I don't want to get too deep into it. Have I watched Mad Men? It's actually one of my favorite series of all time. Mad Men is amazing. Fantastic series. And if you haven't watched it, I would highly recommend you watch it. An incredible insight into the world of advertising during the 1960s, I think it is, or at least during the rise of advertising in America during its heyday, where advertising was basically the Wild West. You could do whatever you wanted. You know, back in the day where you would make adverts saying, doctors choose Camel cigarettes, you know? That sort of thing. Really, really fascinating series. It's awesome. Get out of here, skeleton. Okay, finally we have found what we were looking for. A nice, big, deep slate cave system to unravel. This is what I've been looking for, guys. Where's that other skeleton? He's around here somewhere. Yep. Yep. Diamonds! Sweet. Okay. Now, let's keep our eyeballs open. Lots more surfaced diamonds now in Minecraft, so we need to keep looking around, seeing if we can spot them in the walls and stuff. Queen says, you're really good at playing and streaming. I mean, I disagree. I'm always on the edge of panic while I'm playing and streaming, because I'm sort of half reading chat at the same time. So, you know, that's when you fall into lava and stuff. But you know, you just get into autopilot and you just get going. Dr. Smiley says, when I found out that you play Magic the Gathering, I got incredibly excited because I have so many cards and have been playing for about 10 years. My boyfriend and I love playing that card game. I would love to know how long you've been playing and what color do you prefer to play with. I've been playing since 95. Yeah, been playing for most of Magic's history. I actually had revised dual lands at one point, and I even had I think I had a Mox Ruby or something that some older person traded from me for like nothing back in the day. To be fair, these cards weren't really worth that much back in the 90s, but they're worth insane money now. But yeah, don't have many of those anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, I've been playing since 95. I've always been like a control player, but like either a control or interesting combo player. I don't like infinite combos. I like combos that you have to kind of work towards setting up. So, for example, my favorite deck in the entire world is Legacy Reanimator, which the goal of this deck is to put Gristlebrand into play on turn 1 or 2, and then to basically draw into a bunch of griefs and empty your opponent's hand and win with a 7/7 flying lifelink creature of doom. But yes, if I'm not playing Reanimator, I'm generally playing like 4-color control. I only play Legacy at this point and Commander. And I play competitive Commander, so CEDH. And in CEDH, I play Timna Crown 4-color control because I have all the cards from the 90s. You know, all of the unaffordable lands and stuff. I've managed to keep most of them since I was a kid. I pretty much kept every single Magic card that was worth some amount of value since I was a kid. At one point when I first moved to London, I ran out of money though, and I couldn't pay rent, and I had to sell quite a large portion of my collection, which is one of my biggest regrets of all time. But I literally, like, I needed, you know, £800 to pay rent the next day, and I had nothing. So I went and sold my collection for probably a third of its value because the dealer I sold it to, I was such an idiot. Like, the dealer that I sold it to was always at the game shop that I played. So I thought we were kind of mates, you know, because I used to hang out with them and talk with them and help him sort cards and stuff. And that day when I went to sell some cards to pay rent, I told him, like, you know, he asked me, why are you selling? And I was like, oh, I need to pay rent tomorrow. And in his eyes, you know, he was just like, ding, 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 awesome. So basically this guy will basically take whatever I offer, because if he doesn't, you know, he'll get evicted. So, you know, I sold him probably $2,000 worth of cards for like 800 or less. Yeah, it was something like that. He fleeced me pretty hard. And it was really sad. I sold him like 6 Underground Seas, like revised Underground Seas, for, at the time, maybe like $40 a land, you know? And today, and they were in like perfect mint condition. Today, they're probably upwards of 1,000 a piece. Yeah, it was very sad. Very, very sad times. But, you know, these are the things that you learn hard lessons from, these sort of things that happen in your life. And ever since those days, I have ensured to never go into debt ever again. I don't have credit cards. I don't have any credit card debt whatsoever. And I shall never owe a bank ever again. Unfortunately, it means that I have to rent a house because, you know, if you buy a house, you have to take a mortgage. And if you have a mortgage, you basically owe the bank money until you pay off the mortgage, right? A mortgage is basically just a very expensive credit card. Or not expensive, it's just a credit card with a lot you have to pay back on it. So that's the only downside about staying debt-free, but I don't know. I like it this way. Miniature Mouse, thank you very much for the biddies. Did my resub message not appear? It did, but I've just been talking. I'm sorry about that, Miniature Mouse. Thank you for the 4-year resub. And KT1970 here with the 2 months in a row too. Nuno, the kid is with some biddies too. No questions. Was just insanely happy my predictions came true. Was waiting for you to be on the podcast for ages. Thank you, Nuno. Watermunch here with the 3 months in a row. And Jim010 with the Prime. Thank you, guys. And who else did I miss? Ulf Plays Games, 6 months in a row. Hello, Rainbob. Just got to say thanks for the inspiration in the Imp and Skiz pod. I put out 2 YouTube videos and didn't enjoy what I put out, so I've been sulking, suffering with rejection sensitivity for a month or 2, but now I want to get back into it. Lovely. You love to hear it, Ulf. Good luck and get stuck into it. Just get it done. Nothing wrong with not owning a house. Absolutely, absolutely. It is absolutely true. There's pros and cons to both. To ownership and renting, for sure. I like renting because it gives me more freedom, as I'm a fairly nomadic soul. I've moved around a lot in my life. In fact, since I left university, I've probably moved to a new house every 2 to 3 years. After like 3 years, I get kind of bored with where I live or my life situation, and I'll generally move to a new city or a new town or something like that, right? And, you know, when you own a house, like, moving becomes a lot more difficult. Now, of course, that is just a personality trait, you know, me being a little bit of a roaming soul, I suppose. But, of course, if your personality is stability and you just want to be in the same, like, you're more comfortable being in the same place and having a very stable situation, then owning a house is really fantastic for you, you know? That's definitely something you want to work toward if that's your personality type. But I think the important thing is to identify what your personality is and play to your personality. You know, not to try force yourself to be something that you're not. This is certainly something that I've done in the past, and it usually happens when you are, you know, getting into a relationship with someone, for example, and you know you're deciding to move in together or whatever. The trouble is if you end up not being compatible in this regard, in that perhaps you are a nomadic soul, but your partner is I want to stay in the same place forever soul. You know, these are two very different sides to the like, this is a very difficult dynamic to make work, right? Because this is literally the polar opposites. Like, one of you wants to travel a lot and one of you never wants to move, right? This is a tricky situation to be in. And yeah, when I found myself in all of that debt and all of that trouble, that's basically what happened to me. I was in a relationship where we were very incompatible in this way. And we didn't want to recognize it, that this was a problem. And you know, what we should have done is we should have been adults and been like, look, we're probably not going to work out because we're so different in this regards. And it's been a great run and a wild ride, but perhaps it's better for both of us if we, you know, we part our ways here. We were very young though, and we hadn't learnt much about the world at this point. But yeah, certainly, like, this is a compatibility that is very difficult to get through, right, in a relationship. I think another one is children, right? Like, if one of you really wants to have kids and one of you really doesn't want to have kids, this is a very difficult situation to be in. Because essentially, if you decide to try and make it work, one of you has to give in, right? Which means that one of you probably remains reasonably resentful about the situation for the rest of your relationship together, you know? Yeah, these things are kind of tricky. Why are we getting so heavy on a Friday? Let's back it up. Let's back it up. There's more ancient city down here. Wow. Oh, wow. Look how cool this is. Sheesh. What an awesome area, though. Hey, look at this. That's super cool. Back to the poems. Yes, the poems. Yes. Oh, I did talk about... I did talk about the poems in the podcast. I can't believe I did that. It's because Skiz said that he wrote poems. Then I was like, I have to one-up Skiz on the poetry side of things. Yo, Skeletor ZA, how's it? Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Appreciate that. Yeah, the wardens are following us here, eh? Jeez. No, listen. Let me explain the poems a little bit more. Okay, so basically on the podcast I mentioned that in my younger days I used to write poetry as an attempt to woo the ladies, unsuccessfully for the most part. But the reason that I did this is because I went to a boarding school when I was in my teens, and I did not. It was a boys' boarding school, and I did not have a lot of contact with the female human. In fact, very little contact. So by the time I'd left school, I had barely interacted with girls. You know, I didn't really know like how to flirt or how to, you know, do any of that fun stuff. I knew very little about any of this. So to me, all of my knowledge of you know, courting and whatnot, this was all taken from you know, from movies and books and things, you know. And you know, at school I remember I think we read a book called Great Expectations, and I think we might have read a couple other sort of you know, early century romance novels and so on. And you know, in these novels, like, you know, in Dickens novels and Bronson novels and so on, the men are always writing poems for the girls, right? Like, this is what they did. You know, you write a girl a poem, and then you go for a walk, like in the park, and you go sit under a tree and have a picnic. You know, this is just how it goes in the 1800s. So I was just doing what you know, what I thought was correct in the world of flirting. But of course, I was trying to employ 18th century flirting techniques in, you know, the 21st century. So, in retrospect, when I think back to it, I cringe like really, really hard when I think about, like, if I was a girl, and you know, say I met a dude that night at the club or whatever, and we got on really well and we had a good evening or whatever. And then a couple of days later, he gives me a poem. I mean, how do the kids say it these days? Is this not a yikes? This is yikes, right? This is yikes. Yes, I did mean Bronte. My apologies, Synchronos Bronson. Why? I'm getting so old. Yes, Bronte is what I meant. It is cringe, right? It's super cringe. Yeah. Yep. I mean, look, it worked once. Okay. It wasn't all failures. I did manage to woo a girlfriend through my poetry, and we were together for maybe 3 or 4 years. It wasn't just the poetry that got her, but the poetry was certainly a part of it. Luckily, all of that poetry was written by hand, and I don't have any hard copies of it, so don't ask. I had them all written in I had them all stored in a folder, but I think I left it in South Africa when I came to England, and I'm pretty sure that my parents moved a few times after I came to England, and I'm pretty sure that folder did not survive the moves. Make one up on the spot? That's not how poetry works. Well, I mean, it depends what kind of poetry you're writing, right? By the way, Z-Muse, I'm so sorry if I missed that resub. Thank you very much, Muse, for the 3 months. When you write, well, should I say, I mean, this all sounds terribly pretentious, but when you write quote-unquote real poetry, it's a lot more, it's not like rapping. You know, it's not about like just coming up with rhymes off the top of your head. Real poetry is a lot more akin to maths, I would say. By the way, there's a crazy amount of redstone that we got out of this. This is great. It's a lot more like mathematical. Let me try explain. Real poetry, there is a lot of maths to it, in that you are attempting to rhyme words and sentences in a way that is extremely satisfying, right? So, for example, I don't know, the cat sat on the mat, right? A very famous little rhyming sentence. What you would do when you start to write poetry properly is that you would choose a format in which your poem is written, and you would try and stick to this format or this algorithm, right? So the cat sat on the mat is 8 syllables, right? The cat sat on the mat. But also, if you look at the sentence, each of these words is a single syllable, right? These are single syllable words. The cat sat on the mat. So, with this in mind, you could write an entire poem in this format, where each line is 8 syllables, and each word is a single syllable. Sorry, 6. Sorry. Yes, six syllables. My apologies. Guys, I've been placing buttons for a week, okay? I'm calling Bronte Bronson. I can't even count properly. My brain's a complete mess. But anyway, so when you're writing a real poem, you spend a lot of time on this mathematical formula, right? And the formula that you choose, you don't just choose it because it's, fun or whatever. You're trying to make the formula match the tone or the message of your poem, right? So just an example, if you're trying to write a poem about fear or pain, you're probably going to choose, you could choose a format that's very snappy, right? Maybe each line is just 3 words, like, I feel pain, pain hurts so, or whatever, right? If you make each sentence really short, you get that like really aggressive, emotional feel to it. And so you can use the format of your poem to express the message or the tone of the poem that you're writing. And so writing a poem takes a really, really long time, because not only are you trying to figure out the message in the poem and what you're trying to say, but you're also trying to work out a format for the poem that's going to match what the message that you're trying to say. This is also why writing poetry is so awesome. Because essentially what you're doing, you're creating art, right? Like you are creating you're creating something artistic. Of course, like most people that read your poem will never understand the format that you've written. It takes a lot of analysis to understand what a poet is doing in a poem, and that's one of the fun things about learning poetry at school or at university. You learn to start to appreciate poetry in this way. But poetry is definitely not for everybody, that's for sure. There is some incredibly beautiful poetry out there that, has brought me to tears many, many times. And I would highly recommend, if you have never gotten into poetry, just giving it a go. There's so many different types of poetry. There's unlimited different types of poetry. And it's very easy to find poets that match your persona and that you can relate to. Especially today with Google and the internet and stuff. It's so easy to find this sort of content. So yeah, anyway, poetry's great. Unfortunately, didn't get as many kisses as I would have liked from all the poetry that I wrote, but hey ho, I gave it a good shot. Button poetry is great too. Yes. One thing thy says is one thing thy does. To watch thy king reign stream is the key to a great day like thee. Nice. Thank you very much. By the way, guys, my apologies for this very boring tunnel digging that we're doing right now. We seem to be getting more diamonds just stripping like this than anything else, eh? Trying to bust into some new cave systems is the purpose of this. Also, just trying to get away from the stupid ancient city. It has followed us the entire day, this ancient city has. Completely ridiculous. Uh-oh. Did I say something naughty? Sorry, everyone. I have no idea what I just said. Sorry. Kiwi, you love boring mining? I mean, look, like I said, this is one of my favorite things to do in the game. I often just do this for fun on my own. But, you know, I thought, let's do it together today. Why not? Look how much deep slate or diamond ore. We have 47 blocks of diamond ore in like, what, an hour and a half? Crazy. At least it's not buttons. Exactly. At least it's not buttons. Ooh, a geode. Nice. I mean, is there anything we want from the geode? Probably not, right? I think they should put chests in geodes, personally. We're back in the freaking ancient city! Oh my god, guys, this is so annoying. Unbelievable. Have we dug like a circle around the city? Is that what's happened? It's a learning stream, exactly. Okay, we go this way then. This is so annoying, everyone. I can't believe it. I've never been stalked by an ancient city as much as we have been stalked today by one. It's crazy. Maybe go through it. I think if we go through it, we die. We don't have any will with us. Can't escape the fate, that's true. Yeah, cave mining has changed a lot, eh? Definitely. That's slime. You guys hear this? Is there a cave around here somewhere? What? Ah, there is a cave up there. Okay. How do we do this safely? Hold on. Let's cleanse the soul before we go up there. The soul doth overfloweth right now. Getting a bunch of deep slate from today's session also, which is fantastic. Also, that is a stack of redstone ready to be dropped off. Stick the diamonds in here too. Zero here with a gifted sub to the Hypnotized. Hey Hypno, how's it going? Oh, Hypno, by the way, I was just asking stream a bit earlier on. Have you put out the episode? You know the episode, you know the episode. Have you put out the episode yet? Because I haven't. Gonna do it in the next episode, I think. Just curious. I was just telling stream that we did a thing. We did a thing that's a thing. A thing of a thing. Hey Cowboy Boombox, thank you for the 2 months. I find strip mining really relaxing. When I get bored of building farms, I head down and strip mine for hours. Give me time to reflect. I know, right? It's like taking a walk outside. Except kind of the opposite of that. This is a nice big cave. Beautiful. This is what we like to see. There's the slime. Skelebabb over there. Let's get this place lit up. Not yet, but later today. Okay, awesome. Exclusive preview, everybody. Hypno's episode coming out a little bit later has got a thing and a stuff that we did this week. Hypno and I got together this week to do a thing and a stuff. And it's sweet. It's a sweet thing and a stuff. Beep. Yep, spoiler. Hypno wrote a poem. That's what it's about. It's a poem called Rendog is the Greatest by Hypno. We need more torches. Get out of my face, little slime boy. Thank you. What have you missed? Not much. We've been caving for the last hour and a bit. We're basically after diamonds, lapis, and redstone. And we managed to yoink 47 diamond ores already, which is great. Just keeping an eye out. Here's the stupid ancient city again. Hate this ancient city. Let's go in this direction. Let's move away from it. Nice. Look at this big cave system. This is sweet. This is kind of where I wish we had night vision. I guess night vision is good because it lets you see the diamonds in the walls and stuff. Also, have we gone full circle? Is this the original mine shaft that we saw when we first started? I feel like it is, because here's the stupid ancient city. We managed to do some sort of a circle underground, everyone. We have gone in a circle. There is a diamond down there. Ow. No, baby! Whew. Whoopsie. Right, sorry everyone. Had to concentrate for a little bit there. Things are getting a little bit hairy around this this here place. Let's just get this all lit up so we don't continually spawn the skelebobs. This looks like some sort of a train tunnel, right? Isn't this insane? Wow. Look at this. Let's just get it all lit up here. Are they diamonds? I didn't see any diamonds. Where did you see diamonds? I saw diamonds underneath that thing. I'm kind of interested in exploring the abandoned mine shaft. Guys, can we get trims in abandoned mine shafts? Is this a thing? Whoops. Don't believe so? Okay. We can get notch apples though, right? No, I don't think we get notch apples. I think we can get books. But now that the bookshops are opening in the shopping district, I don't think I care that much about books anymore in finding them. Right, let's suck up these diamonds. Very nice. Little 4 vein. Beautiful. Get out of my face, dude. Okay. Sweet. What a really cool little cave system here. This is super cool. I dig it. Need all the redstone. Funnily enough, I spent all of my redstone on potions. You know, to make all the potions for the buttoning. The great buttoning of 2024. Oh, we can get notch apples. We can. Interesting. Interesting. Shall we just take a very quick squiz? I mean, there's no such thing as a quick squiz in an abandoned mine shaft, is there? Thing is, I'm thinking probably quite a lot of diamonds in the walls of mine shafts now that the surface diamonds have been increased in the game, right? So mine shafts might be like a pretty good place to find diamonds. Look, it's a Cub fan room. During our hardcore series, I was told that this is Cub fans' favorite part of an abandoned mineshaft, this room. Notch apple? No. We do get a name tag, though. I'll take that. Oh, Cub actually hates the rooms? Okay. Someone trolled me in chat then. Cubberino hates the rooms, apparently. I thought, like, he legitimately loved them, you know? Because Cub's weird like that. Cub loves, like, really weird stuff in the game. I wouldn't be surprised if he loved those rooms. DD81, thank you so very much for that very generous tip. Hey, Ren, I know you're very self-conscious and nervous about being on camera, and this has very little to do with that, but you're, like, ridiculously handsome. Just thought you should know. Maybe it helps. You just made my entire body blush. Wait a minute. That's probably... Rewind. Rewind. Thank you, Didi. That's a very kind thing for you to say. I think I'm just like the same as everybody else, though, right? Like, doesn't matter who you are, you don't really like the way that you look, you know? And I think that goes for pretty much all human beings, from the best-looking human beings on the earth to everybody else also. None of us like the way that we look, right? Especially seeing yourself on camera, you know? Seeing yourself on camera is always, whew, man, it is something. I mean, it's different, like seeing yourself on camera with family in a family video or something, you know? Like, this is one thing, but like seeing yourself on a video that can be viewed by anybody, this is something completely different. Ren has a regal look to him. No wonder he is the king. Oh, you think so, do you, sir? That's very kind of you to say. Yes. That's nice to know, that we have a regal air about me. I think I read a comment on that episode that said, I didn't know Ren looked like Seth Green. Which really threw me, because of all the people that I've been compared to, Seth Green is like the last person I ever thought that I might look like. But then I went and looked at a picture of Seth Green, and lo and behold, yeah, I do kind of look like Seth Green. I'll take it. How much gravel do we have? Do we want to get more gravel? We have an entire shulker box of gravel already. Do we want 2 shulker boxes of gravel? Probably. I know, that's what I said too. I was like, Seth Green? Like Dr. Evil's kid, right? This is Seth Green, right? I mean, I say Dr. Evil's kid as if you all have seen this movie. Most of you are younger than this movie. What am I talking about? For those of you guys who have seen Austin Powers, Seth Green is Dr. Evil's kid, right? Groovy, baby. Classic movie. Like, Austin Powers is probably the next to, like, Naked Gun. Austin Powers is the stupidest film ever created. But it's one of those films that is so stupid that it's funny. Oh, Seth Green's from Buffy. That's right. Yeah, he's also from Buffy. True. It's great, though. Dr. Evil is probably... for me personally, Dr. Evil is one of the best comedy characters ever created. Also, that was a massive diamond ore vein. Jeez, that was like a 10 vein. Yeah, Dr. Evil is like I would recommend watching Austin Powers just for Dr. Evil. He is amazing. He is the funniest comedy character, or at least in the top 10 funniest comedy characters of all time. Definitely one of the characters with the most quotable lines ever. Yeah, Dr. Evil dominated that movie, those movies so hard. He's amazing. $1 million. We'll drop him into liquid hot magma. Oh man, long live Dr. Evil. He's the best. I'm hip. I'm cool. Tuckata, 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 tuckata. When I was at school, a friend of mine and I was in the choir with my friend. Excuse me. We watched Austin Powers so many times that we would, when we hung out together, we would just quote Dr. Evil all day long. We would just say Dr. Evil things to each other the whole time. Oh, he's amazing. Anyway, kind of like reasonably tilted at the fact that like so many people have not seen Austin Powers. It's just a stark reminder of how much time I've been on the planet, you know? Like, this is a movie that I would have expected everybody to have seen, but yeah, that was the case some years ago, but certainly not anymore. Kind of reminds me of one of my previous relationships where I was dating someone that was a little bit younger than me. And I remember asking her if she had seen Gladiator. And she said no. Oh, no, it wasn't Gladiator. No, I asked her if she'd seen Braveheart. Because Gladiator was not as... Everyone... Like I think at this point, most people... Have most people seen Gladiator? I don't even know, but Gladiator's pretty freaking old too. No, but it was Braveheart. I asked her if she'd seen Braveheart, and she said, "What's Braveheart?" And I was like, "What? What do you mean, what's Braveheart?" Look, whatever you may think of dear old Mel Gibson, you know, whether you feel that he's soured in his old age or whatnot, like all of that aside, his performance in Braveheart is absolutely incredible. And on top of that, Braveheart is like one of the greatest films ever created. Just a normal golden apple, sad. Yeah, I gotta say, I kind of struggled when she said no. Hey, I was like, yikes. Not sure if we're going to get along, you know? If you haven't seen Braveheart. Where were those diamonds? I'm sure I saw more diamonds down here. By the way, we're on to our second stack of diamondies. Very nice. We were also just going to take a very quick look into this mine shaft, weren't we? Yes. That has manifested into quite some time in the mine shaft. Yep. Yeah, look, the historical... the historical accuracy of Braveheart is probably not that great, but as a cinematic experience, it's really amazing. The music is really beautiful too. Hey, Foxology, thank you very much, my friend, for the 12 months. 1 whole year of the Diggity Dog. Has it been a year already? My goodness. My goodness, Foxy. Right, this is mostly done now, hey? Yes. Or is there more? There's more. There's always more. There's always more mine shaft. Well, that's how it feels to me anyway. Like, these things never... Like, especially modern mine shafts, they feel so massive, right? Or is it just me? Is there like a layer of... Wait, is this a mine shaft layer or just a cave layer up here? Oh, I see where we are. We are in this, like, massive cave system here, still. Yeah, we still have to go all the way down there. Plus, did we look down this bit of the shaft here? I don't think so. Nope. There's always more mine shaft. Legend of Luck says, I'm from 2002, and even I know Braveheart. Thank goodness. Okay, that makes me happy. It's a classic. I mean, look, Braveheart... Look, for me, there's like a couple of movies that I think every adult should eventually watch. Braveheart's one of them. I think Gladiator is another. Gladiator is a very beautiful movie. Brilliantly produced with an incredible soundtrack. Like, probably my favorite soundtrack of any movie ever made. I mean, I listen to the Gladiator soundtrack to this day. It's absolutely amazing. Terminator 2 is... Look, I don't care if it's a little bit dated and a little bit corny and it's Arnold Schwarzenegger or whatever. I don't care. Terminator 2 is a perfect movie. It is a perfect movie because it has the perfect amount of cheese, the perfect amount of action, the perfect amount of suspense, the perfect amount of, like, heart-wrenching moments, the perfect amount of, like, of Arnie, the perfect amount of comedy, the perfect amount of fear. Oh, man, it's just so awesome. T2 is the greatest of all time. And if you've not seen it, just do yourself a favor and watch Terminator 2. It's just amazing. I think for me, Pulp Fiction is a must-watch for any adult. Definitely not a film for the youngins to watch, though. But I think this film is Quentin Tarantino at his best. And all of these films also should be watched like in the context of the time that they were created to, you know? A little bit like if you go to a gallery or something and you check out some art. And when you learn how these, you know, you can look at these paintings and stuff in galleries and be like, oh, that's kind of pretty or whatever. But when you learn, for example, that this particular painting was made with a dye that was incredibly hard to manufacture and that it could only be manufactured by, you know, a very difficult process, you kind of get a better appreciation for it. You know, when you realize that the artist that made this painting was doing it with very difficult tools and things, because it's like the 16th century or whatever. And it's the same sort of thing when you watch these vintage movies, you know. A lot of them, of course, like CGI wasn't a thing, so a lot of these movies were made with like real sets, and it just adds to the flavor of it all when you think about it in this way. Anyway, yeah, those movies are like definitely in my everybody should watch list. T2, Gladiator, Braveheart, Pulp Fiction. Lord of the Rings 1, 2, and 3, of course, obviously. But I would have thought that much is obvious. Also, like, is Lord of the Rings vintage? Probably not, right? I think it's close to vintage, but it's not quite vintage yet. Can we just agree, for all of us that are older than 7 years old, can we just agree that Lord of the Rings is not vintage? Just to maintain our sanity. Is that okay? Can we just all agree on this? Lord of the Rings is pretty much there, unfortunately. No! I refuse to accept this. Lord of the Rings came out just a few years ago. Right? Right, guys? Right. Just a few years ago. Oh, Fifth Element 2, actually. I'm going to throw Fifth Element into the must-watch category. Absolute classic. One of my favorite Bruce Willis films. Fifth Element. Amazing. And obviously Star Wars. But, you know, we're just... I'm not going to say the obvious ones, right? That's boring. We all know that Star Wars... The first Star Wars trilogy is, you know, an obvious must-watch. We don't need to say anything about that. You need to rewatch Lord of the Rings every year. So do I. I watch Lord of the Rings every year. and I watch all of it now also, of course. Watch Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Gotta watch it all. Hobbit's a little bit of a pain to sit through, but it's still great. I still love it. Can't get enough of my Tolkien, you know? And I think for the most part, most of the Lord of the Rings, I mean, other than the Amazon abomination, most Lord of the Rings content before the Amazon abomination, before the It That Shall Not Ever Be Named, has been like pretty good and pretty on. What the heck? And you know, it's done a really good job. Yeah, Four Rooms is an excellent Tarantino movie too. Very underrated. It's definitely Tarantino like trying, or it's Tarantino starting to blossom, you know? Finding his voice like in film, in Four Rooms. Love that film, it's so good. Oh, it could be a ruined portal. True. Is that a ruined portal? Lapis. From Dusk Till Dawn is also great. Oh, man. Oh, I know another one. I have another one. Another must-watch. For all you younger folks, I hope you're taking notes. You have some homework to do. You now have some movies that you must watch. Big Lebowski. Am I right? Big Lebowski. This is... Come on now. Yeah, Crazy Eight... Hateful Eight is definitely Tarantino back to his best after a couple of... Like, here's the thing, right? People think that I think all Tarantino films, other than Pulp Fiction, are bad. This is incorrect. I think all Tarantino films are excellent. But when all of his work is excellent, you have to rate that. You have to put them into some sort of hierarchy, right? They can't all be at the same level of excellence. For me, Pulp Fiction is where Tarantino peaked. Then Kill Bill was like almost there. It was close, but not quite there. Then we had a bit of a dip. And then Hateful Eight really came back again really strong. Inglourious Basterds was like almost there, but I think it was a little bit too pushed. Django Unchained was excellent. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I really thought was excellent personally. And I don't like, people hate this film for some reason, but I think it's excellent. Reservoir Dogs is also, amazing. An incredible film, filmed in basically in a warehouse. And such amazing acting in Reservoir Dogs too. Oh, I don't know where that stupid ruined portal is. I get it though. I get it. Like Tarantino, it is very pretentious, or it can be seen as very pretentious films for sure, because it is somebody like really taking themselves very seriously as a film producer, and like insisting that this way of film production is like artistic and amazing. I totally understand why people don't like it. Yeah, Django Unchained is also excellent. I mean, look, like I said, I love all Tarantino films. I think they're all amazing. I'm a Tarantino fanboy for sure. Do you think he's going to break his 10 movie only rule? He's only got one left. I think he's going to stick to it. I think he's going to... I would be very surprised if he broke it, right? I think that would take away some of his like magic if he broke this rule. Gro says, I once rented Big Lebowski for over a month, probably 15 years ago. Ancient Deborah, thank you for the 16 months. Agreed, Lord of the Rings is not vintage, even if I might be. I know what you're saying, baby. I know what you're saying. No, Big Lebowski is amazing. An amazing, amazing film. If you've not seen it, I would suggest that you abide. This mineshaft never ended, did it? Wow, we spent maybe 30 minutes in here, but I feel like we yoinked a lot, right? There's a lot of yoinkage in here. How do we get out of this thing now? I want to get back to that big open cave that we found. I think it's this way somewhere. Good Will Hunting as a must-watch. You know what? Funnily enough, I watched it in January again. And I'm going to agree with you. I think it is really good. It's a great film. I would argue that Jurassic Park is also a must-watch. Because this is a film where tension and the development of tension and fear is done in such an amazing way. Like Jurassic Park 1, Jurassic Park 1 is the only Jurassic Park as far as I'm concerned, by the way. None of the other Jurassic Parks count. But Jurassic Park 1 is a beautiful example of perfect cinema. Like, if you were lucky enough to watch Jurassic Park in the cinema when it first came out, it is an experience that you never forget. Because at the time, there wasn't really anything like it. And sitting in that cinema with the bass ripping through your soul as the T-Rex like slowly made its way over to the children in the van. It's just like a moment that you never forget. It was a perfect film. It's so awesome. Love Jurassic Park. Like, there's so many incredible... I mean, the directing in that film is so... It's just... I'm going to have to watch it again. Because I love it so much. The scene where the kids are in the kitchen and the raptors are trying to find them. Like, and they're hiding in the cupboards. I mean, this scene stuck with me for years. Like, as a kid. It terrified me. Get out of my face, little kid. How many of the children? Clever girl. Yep. Oh, man, the shivers. The shivers when the hunter gets hunted. What a moment. Oh, that film is so freaking awesome. Yeah, props to Jurassic Park. Big shout out to Jurassic Park. Absolute classic. I mean, it is basically a perfect film. Just the right amount of cheese, just the right amount of, like, suspense. Extremely memorable characters, you know? Unforgettable moments. They don't make movies like that anymore. Like, when was the last time in the modern film era that a film like Jurassic Park was made? It's been a while, hey? Yep, Spielberg is the foreshadowing master. And you know what? That film held up really, really well. Even I didn't even know, did they use CGI? I think they used minimal CGI, right? At the time. They used like big animatronics and things. And like just from a technical perspective, this film was a real achievement at the time. And it's held up really well. You watch it today, you can't believe that they made this film with like very little help from CGI. Children of Men is a great film too. Yep. Love that one. The film that always comes up that I'm always a little bit iffy about is Titanic. I remember going to see Titanic for the first time. And if you can believe it, there was an intermission. Do some of you remember this? Because at the time, it was the longest film that had ever been made or whatever. It was like 3 hours or whatever. And just the thought of sitting in a cinema for 3 hours was too much for us, our brains, to comprehend. And so, like, at the hour and a half point, the lights came on. You know, the elevator music kicked in. And everybody, like, went to the bathroom for a wee or whatever, or went to like get another beverage. There was like there was a legitimate intermission during Titanic. Oh, they had intermissions in the 50s, 60s? Oh, I guess because they had to change the reels, right? In those days. Interesting. No, but as far as Titanic is concerned, I don't know. You know what? I think like I used to really dislike this film. Ooh, that skeleton is hitting hard. 1 second. We might be in trouble. 1 second, everybody. If we die now, we're in big trouble. Oh! Okay. Okay, I'm losing my nerve right now. Things are getting a bit intense. Oh, there's the skelly with the big bow. That's the big bow skelly. Whew. Damn. Why is it suddenly so difficult down here? What's happened? Anyway, back to Titanic. So yeah, like when I was younger, I don't know, for some reason I really disliked this film. I don't know, I mean, Leo is like my favorite, probably my favorite male actor, or at least top 5 favorite male actor of all time. Now. But at the time, I don't know. I just thought he was like a pretty boy, and I don't know. Maybe I was jealous. It's probably that. It was like youthful jealousy. But I don't know. In retrospect, when I think about it now, I think what this film does really, really nicely is showcase love in a very like interesting way. I think what it does is it showcases young love in a really great way. It taps into that understanding of love that you only have later on in your life once you've been through a couple of loves already. And what it helps to, what it highlights really well, I think, is the power of that first love that you have. That first real love that you experience is incredibly. It's a love that sends you to the bottom of the ocean, metaphorically speaking. I think it does this in a very beautiful way. In some ways, like in its tragedy, like in the loss of, like, how do I explain this? When Jack dies for Rose, basically, like when he passes away at the end. I think this is in a way like a metaphorical, and also when she then throws the thing back into the ocean or whatever at the end. I think that this was a metaphor. I always thought that this was a metaphor for the preservation of young love, in that you only ever love this way once in your life, and perhaps in a sort of morbid but poetically beautiful way, the only way to have preserved this couple's young love was for it to be preserved in death. Which sounds like the start of a very sad, like, gothic poem or something. But I don't know. That's what I always thought about that movie. But yeah, I don't know. Pretty awesome movie. It was also like incredible. The production of the film was incredible. They made like a huge miniature of the Titanic, and it was quite a feat from a cinematic production side of things to make this film. Ren, there was room. Rose could have moved over. Sure. No, but this is what I'm suggesting, right? Like, even though Jack could have been saved, maybe it was better that he wasn't. Because if he was, then, the reality of life probably would have ended their love in some way. Or at least it wouldn't have worked out. It might not have worked out, right? Because Rose came from like a different class to Jack, and that's generally how life goes too. This is what I mean. Like, this is what I mean. You can only really. You need to have experienced this kind of love, right? Because when you have experienced it, what you realize is two things. Number one, the first time you experience this love is the most amazing. And unfortunately, you only get to ever experience it in that way once. But what you also come to realize is that a lot of the time it doesn't work out. That it is much more rooted in youthful fantasy than reality. Because when life happens, like, you got to pay bills, you got to work, you got to look after children, you got to do all of these things. Love has to take a back seat. And when that happens, sometimes things don't work out, right? And so maybe in this film, in a very morbid way, their young love was preserved in the fateful end of Jack at the end. Wow, that is a scary hole to potentially fall down. That's true. Rose gave up being rich in the end. Very true. Very true. It's a very, yeah, I mean, I don't know why have we gotten so deep and so sad in today's Friday stream, guys? We were supposed to be chilling. Guess this is what happens when you start talking about Leonardo DiCaprio, eh? Good old Leo. Yikes! Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that my love will go. Oh, good old Celine. Right, I think that might be the end of the torches. Guys, I'm getting that feeling that it's time to head home before greed kicks in, you know? I think we might have pushed our luck a little bit too far. And I think it's probably time to get out of here before something really terrible happens. I mean, if we die now, that will be really bad. There's no ways. I don't even know where we are right now, right? We're completely in the middle of nowhere. Maybe a tactical TP is necessary. Like, how far are we from anything? We're 13,000 blocks out? Jeez. Okay. We're completely out. Are we totally out of torches here? Hold on. Let's do a little cleansing. Okay, that's full. We can make some more torches. Don't want to throw away arrows. I want to throw away all of this junk, though. Okay, okay, that's full up. Right. Let's dump into this one. Nice, that was quite a haul for the evening. A stack and 20. Very nice. That's a lot. Okay, let's get ourselves some coal. Oh, the only coal I have is the deep slate ore. Oh, wait, I think I've got... Oh, no, charcoal doesn't turn into... Oh, no, it does. It does. We've been through this already, haven't we? We've been through this already. For some reason, I thought charcoal didn't make torches at one point. Don't ask too many questions. Okay. How the heck are we getting out of here? That's the question. I want to go upwards. We're at -1. Okay, so we're not that far down. Let's just dig up. We'll work out where we are when we get to the surface. Tactical death might be on the cards. Depends. If we come out in an ocean, then we can TD our way back home. Just curious to see where we got to. By the way, Gramifer, brand new subscriber in the house. Thank you very much, Gramifer. Appreciate it. Thanks to everybody else for all the support this evening, guys. Appreciate all the tips, all the resubs, all the sub bombs, and of course, all of you beautiful people who are just chilling and watching. Thank you, guys. Yeah, charcoal can't be blockified. That's true. I mean, it got a... for a moment, when it got a little bit hairy there, I realized that we didn't have a totem. For some reason, throughout that entire caving session, I was just playing like I had a totem, like we were playing hardcore. That was probably reasonably unwise to play so wildly. Oh, jeez. Spaceballs is a classic. That is... You know what? Spaceballs is pretty good. There's a couple of classics. Gremlins. That's some good stuff. Child's Play. 1 and 2. That's some good stuff. Veggies, you were getting some anxiety watching. Yeah, I was a little bit nonchalant, not gonna lie. Oh, guys, we completely forgot about the pay the bills breaks today. Jessica, that's a really good point. I'm so... whoops. Never mind, eh? That's fine. We'll remember them next time. We are doing advertising-free streams these days. And instead of having the ads interrupting your guys' viewing pleasure, we are running pay the bills ads. So once an hour we're supposed to take a break and pay the bills, but we forgot. So it is what it is. Next time, hey? Catch Me If You Can is also excellent. Wait, is this the same biome? This, you know what? Yes, there's the meadow. Oh, we didn't actually go that far, guys. Awesome. So here's the meadow. The portal is right here somewhere. There it is. Wow. Okay. That's why the ancient city was always there. We literally hardly... What the heck, guys? We went... No, we we started there, though, right? That's where the cave started. So we started there, then dug this way, basically, underground. This is great. This takes us straight back to the Wither Farm. We do need to pay the bills emote. That is true. Look at the Wither Farm. Look at it going. It's so nuts. We're not even in the correct spot right now. Okay, I can't resist. We have to go whack some withers. Yep. Look at this. Oh, it is just glorious. It's working perfectly as intended. And that is what? A stack and a half of skulls right now. Amazing. Yeah, the urge to whack the wither is very strong in this zone. Let's get ourselves home, though. I want to crack all of our diamond ore and see what we get. How many layers? We've got one layer of spawning right now, but we're going to add another 2. We're going to make it a 3-layered spawning farm eventually. Yeah, the sphere mod is really helpful. Very, very helpful. It's called Mini HUD. It's most excellent. Right. We got a stack and 19 diamond ore. Do we want to start taking some predictions? What are we going to get from a stack of 19? Let's round it up to a stack of 19. It was what, 64, 74? I want to say 80 diamond ores, right? At an average of 3. So we'll get 100 or 210. I'm going to say we get 207 diamonds. Diamond or tower time. Oh yes, you know it. I'm going to say 207. We get to fill up our storage a little bit here also with some stuff. I will do some sorting a little bit later, though. Let me just dump some of this into the sort bin. Right, where's the good stuff? Here it is. Beautiful. Wow, this is a lot. It's actually 70... It was 64 plus 19 is 64, 74, 83, 84. It's 84 ores in total. Should probably replay mod this too, just for fun. Let's do everything at the same time. I want to do the lapis and all the redstone too. Yeah, if we can get 200 diamonds from this run, that would be excellent. There is a concrete shop in the shopping district already. I don't know I can't remember who set it up, but it's not enough concrete for my shop, but it's going to help. And I think it's 3 diamonds a stack, so I want to get some concrete. I also want to get some more books. They're 3 diamonds a pop. Is this it? Wait a minute. This is it. This is so cool that the SU1 hangar bay is kind of like perfectly designed for a mission to mine, and then you make a little cube of all the stuff that you collected to harvest. This is kind of awesome. All right, here we go. Yeah, 3 diamonds for tea. We did get 2 deep slate coal ores in this session. Right, fortune 3. Let's get it done. I think because diamonds have been made a lot more, or a lot easier to get now, the prices of everything is going to go up. It makes sense, right? I think it's like 3 times easier to get diamonds now, so I think price should go up by 3. Should have hoppers under the floor? Yeah, we probably should, but this is like a small enough pile that I think we'll get through it pretty quickly. So satisfying to do this after a massive caving session also, right? Oh, it's so good. All the juicy bits. Hey, Raw Veggies, thank you very much for the 1,000 biddies. I completely missed that 6 minutes ago. And Kathleen also here with the biddies. Thank you very much, Kathleen. Life of L with the 32 months in a row. Also, thank you, Life of L. And evening to you also. Keyboard Speeder and hello, my dear friend. Thank you for the biddies. Don't you want to keep that stone diamond ore? I think those are quite rare now. Oh, are they? Okay, we'll keep the stone diamond ore. Let's yoink this one. Sweet. Good shout, good shout. Let's continue on sucking up all the goodness here. Go to Impulse, how many buttons you placed? I'm sure he doesn't... I'm sure he's not that interested. Button placing is a very personal experience, you know. You know, if next time I speak to my mum, I'll be like, Mum, I placed 6,000 buttons. She'll be like, oh, that's great. I'm so proud of you. Well done. Okay, so that's all the lapis and the redstone and the copper. Very nice. Let's stick that back in here, shall we? Copper, redstone, lapi. I'll move this stuff into the my rare chest over here. To be sorted at a later date. Okay, here we go with the diamonds. So, I'm thinking 207. The time has come. This is what we've all been waiting for. And all of this is going to go into the shopping district. Start getting the economy churning. Okay, things aren't going very well. We haven't even hit a stack yet. We're on 27, 30, 33. All right. Ooh, that was a nice big chunk there. 56. First stack in the belly. Starting to work on our second stack. In the first row of diamond ore, we managed to get a stack and a half. So theoretically, we should be able to get 3 stacks, which is just shy of 200, right? Unless we get super lucky here with some really big, big rolls, but it's not looking too good. Come on! Oh, that was only a single diamond at the end there. Oh, you hate to see it. But we also got... Didn't we get a few other diamonds, though? We got, like, 2 here. And then I think there was another few in one of these other chests. Yeah, there's 3 here in total. And there's more of this, too. I totally missed that. So that's what? 128 plus 49? 177? 172. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. We take that. Did anybody hit the 172? Would have been nice to hit the 200, eh? Dang. I was hoping to hit, just be lucky today, you know? Hit the 200. Too bad those diamonds won't buy wood. Yeah. I don't know if you know this, but Azuma and I have a rather sizable log production facility. It's 177. Thank you, Lee. Did anybody hit the 177? Deadly Ice, you nailed it on 177? Nice. Good shout. 172 is the exact average. Oh, so we were above average then, hey? Interesting. Thanks, Bishop, for working that out. That's cool. Nice. That's a nice, juicy ton of redstone. I'm very pleased with that. I definitely needed redstone, so that's great. And boom! Diamonds have been restocked, basically. Oh, and there's some more redstone in here, too. Didn't have any copper, actually, so this is great. Raw copper can go here. Raw redstone and things are here. Lapis goes here. Nice. That is a bunch of blue dye that I needed for the concrete. Most magnificent. This is all just to be sorted. We can do this now. Make use of our sorting system. So, deep slate is on this side. And tuft and deep slate goes in here. Cobble deep slate goes up here. Gravel goes here. Calcite and stuff. I actually don't know where calcite goes. I think we'll put calcite and this here. Don't really have a spot for those ones. But we'll just put it in the deep slate layer. I think it fits quite nicely there. I want to go have a quick check at how much concrete is available. So that I can work out how much sand I need to grind. We basically got like, what, 2 shulker boxes of gravel. And I need about 3,000 concrete in total for the beacon shop, so... Can somebody work that out for me? What's 3,000 divided by 64? 3,000 divided by 64. These are total stacks of concrete required. Is it 50? I mean 500? No, it can't be 500, right? It's... I think it's 500. No. Is it 50? I don't know. I can't do the maths. Oh, it's 50. Okay, it's 47. Let's round up to 50. Okay, so this is 50. 50 stacks divided by 27. So it's basically, if we round up, it's basically 3 shulker boxes of concrete required, right? 3 shulker boxes of concrete required. Okay, so that's a double chest and a half. So check it out. There is a concrete shop here. Oh, this is False's concrete shop, hey? Only accepts real diamonds. I just got real diamonds for you, baby. This is like... We can just re-dye this, right? So basically we can come and buy False out here. Or at least buy out like a few of the colors. Nice! False doing the... Oh, I need the orange. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to come do some shopping in my next episode then. Amazing. Oh, look at this. There's frog lights available too. I want the frog lights for the Gigacorp. Like, isn't this the perfect light for Gigacorp, right? This is like quite literally the light that we need. Oh. I want to experiment with something real soon. Real quick. Hold on. 1 second. I've been waiting for frog lights to hit the market. And I am so very happy that they're here because I think they're going to be perfect for Gigacorp. They're orange. They're Gigacorp orange, and that is just perfect. I mean, it's yellow, right? They're supposed to be yellow, but I don't think these ones work, but I think these ones work really well. Nice. End rods work really nicely too, though. Who'd be that? Don't know. Was that XB? Two shulkers is plenty. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, 2 shulkers is 54 stacks. Sure. Yeah, a week of buttoning has completely melted my brain. My maths is just not functioning at the moment. Thanks, Rogar. Here's what I'm thinking, right? Look at this. Uh-huh. 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 Yep, I like it. I think that works real nice. I mean, these rooms don't need light, but I kind of like how it looks in there. I think that looks pretty cool. Mm-hmm. This area does need light, though. We could probably just do this here, right? Actually doesn't work as nicely as I thought it was going to. It works nice when it's indented like this, but when it's flush with the quartz, I don't think it works very well. Interesting. I'm gonna have to experiment with it a little bit, I think. Oh, by the way, check it out, guys. This is where our mailbox is gonna go. Pretty cool, right? This is gonna be the control room for the hangar bay. So we'll put our mailbox over there. Somebody suggested the corners? What, like down here? We could probably make it work with... hold on. Okay, now we're cooking with something. What if we go... Do we have any acacia trapdoors here? I think I took them all over to the... Oh, no, we do. We do. Could this work? I think if we're doing this, then it's got to go central, right? Whoopsie. Jeez, this red sandstone breaks so easily. So ridiculously fragile. It's got to go there in the middle of the door, right? Middle of the frame. You know what? This is kind of cool, I think. What do we think? It kind of breaks up the nice simplicity in here, but... I think it's cool. A bit annoying that it's 2 blocks below and 3 blocks above, though, right? Like, that feels a little bit weird, but I don't know. I think it's cool. Sure. Sure. We stick with it. Is there something that we can do at the hut that's similar? Now that we have access to this block? When I built this thing, I didn't, have access to this, so... Maybe like, I don't know. I kind of like the lighting in the hut, I really like the end rods here. I think these are really cool. I don't think we need... No, I don't know. And I like these. We don't have to have them everywhere, right? They don't have to be everywhere. I mean, another spot for them could be in the hangar bay, but I kind of dig these little futuristic light systems here. I think these look cool. I think these lights only work well with sandstone, right? In the parts of the base that have sandstone. I think they work really well there. For example, here might be a good spot where we stick one behind this trapdoor like this. Right? I kind of dig. I kind of dig. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah. That's nice. That's nice. Kind of want one in the middle, but I think the only way we could do this is sticking it down there and then doing this. Right? But I don't know if I like this very much. Just breaks up the really cleanliness of the wall, of the floor. I think we'll just keep it like this. Very nice. White glass could work. True. True, true. Got to work on this room next too, right? Quite a lot to do on the base. I'm quite pleased that we're going to be heading back to our Gigacore base now that the Wither Farm is completed. Or at least completed for now.
I saw that this mailbox was kind of...
Very, very excited about it. Anyway, guys, I need to go have dinner. That's going to do it for us. Our caving is done. 177 diamonds in the belly. I can do some shopping tomorrow for my episode and start working on the beacon shop, which is coming soon. Thank you very much for watching, my friends, and thank you for all of the incredible love tonight, guys. So many biddies, insane amounts of subs, keeping us over that 2,100 subscriber mark, which is unbelievable. Thank you, moderators, for looking after the place. We'll see you again either tomorrow or on Sunday, everybody. And look after yourselves and have a great weekend, okay? We're going to head over to the wonderful Hypno, who is currently looks to be doing some sort of wheeling and dealing with Azuma. So I'll send you over to Hypno, and we shall see you again next time. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.